Here's the challenge with this. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's my call to action to you. You got to start to look for the energies that have served you that are now a lid on your results. And the challenge with that is, I don't know. It's funny because when I thought, there was a moment I saw that this summer, I'm like, oh, anger, that's the lid. And then the minute I thought I had to let anger go because it wasn't serving me anymore, it was the weirdest thing. I was actually afraid of letting it go. I was like, oh, what am I going to do without anger? What am I going to, like, how am I going to show up and do anything without anger? And there was this feeling of, not just in that moment, but even since then, there's this feeling of being lost without it. Isn't that interesting? Like, to feel lost without anger. How bizarre. But it had become like my friend in some ways. It was the thing I could depend on and count on to show up and move it forward. And you, up to this moment as a messenger, you have been using an energy to produce results for you that have become a lid on your results. And it might be terrifying to you. You might feel lost like I've felt lost without it. And here's the good news. On the other side of noticing that, something new can come in. It may not come in like that very moment. It may not come in the next day. But as you release this old energy that had served you, and you thank it for being there, and you wish it well, and you send it on its way, there will be an opening for some new energy to come in for you as a messenger to lead this conversation in the world that you're here to lead. In order for you to do that, here's the new mindset you're going to have to take on. You're going to have to start to get honest about it. Right? The mindset here is honesty, getting honest with yourself about the energies that don't serve you anymore. And I think also honest about what it is you really want to do here. You know, I did vision boards years ago. Love vision boards. Tons of journaling, lots of journaling. And in the process of doing vision boards and journaling, it's very easy to feel good about the vision and the goal that you set, and then go back to old patterns. So it's like on one hand, you look at the vision, you're like, oh yeah, that's so great. And then you go live in the funk of bad vibes. Right? So in other words, for me, I'd say, oh yeah, this is my goal. And then I go live in the energy of anger. And it required that I get honest about that I'm stuck, that I am stuck. Until you get honest about that you are stuck, you can't possibly have an opening for something new. And let me tell you, you leading this conversation in the world is going to require something new. There is a version of you have not stepped into yet. A version of you that looks dramatically different than the current version of you. And it's a version that is extremely attractive to those you're trying to serve. If you could step into it, people would be like, who is this person? I want to hear more of what you have to say. But in order for you to access that, you're going to have to get honest about the bad vibes and the energies you've been using to produce the results up to this point. Okay?